I'll start with Adley. Adley is doing lives right now, projected to go on, if all goes well, projected to be in Norfolk, early next week, possibly Tuesday, if all goes well. Mounty's here with us right now. He's going to be in Florida tomorrow, or not Florida, we're in Florida, but he'll be in Sarasota tomorrow doing lives, and if he checks all the boxes, next week he'll be out. Bradish has a 2 live up tomorrow. So he'll throw 2 innings tomorrow, kind of on the backfield. It's not necessarily in the game. He'll do that tomorrow, and then if that goes well, he'll end up on a rehab assignment. Next week, we got Povich throwing tomorrow. In Norfolk, we got Eflin going today. He's pitching right now. In Sarasota, who else? Grayson, that's a good one. So Grayson, we had to pull back a little bit on Grayson, so there's a little bit of elbow discomfort from the issue we had in spring training. Same spot, so we're going to kind of pull back. We're going to reevaluate. We'll probably have more information on that in the next week or so.
Are you just trying to still give ONeal a little extra time now that he's had the break, but just letting him rest tonight?
Well, the way it kind of worked out tonight was, we talked about, trying to put your guys in there, and O'Hearn's one of our guys, and coming off the All-Star break, I didn't want to throw out at first base today, just, kind of a short rest for him. We rode him hard, put a lot of outfield in the first half, so ideally I would probably have liked to have sit tonight, given him the rest, but he pretty much demanded to be in the lineup today, wanted to play, which is who he is. So, for me, it was DHing him, and then from there, just trying to figure out best thing to do with T.O., and what I'm trying to do with T.O. is get him, 3, 4, 5 days in a row, and I actually talked to him about it today, so just trying to get him, 4 days in a row, try to get him moving in the right direction. The idea was to go, likely Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, if all goes well for him. So that was kind of the thought today.
I know you're still evaluating, but he had told us, I believe in Atlanta, that they were kind of tinkering with his arm angle a little bit to see if that could help. Do you think that could have contributed to the elbow flaring back up?
I don't want to speculate, and I don't know all the specifics behind all that, but, I think the fact that there was a pre-existing thing that caused a little bit of inflammation, he got a shot for in spring training, I would probably gravitate more towards that, causing it, than making any type of mechanical change.
How tough has this year been for him, just having to go through all of this, dating all the way back to spring training?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You think back to last year, having to pull himself, I think it was in Toronto where we were at. Grayson's a great competitor, and he's fierce, and he's tough, and this is really hard for him. It's hard for his teammates. It's hard for the Orioles. So, hopefully we get better news in the next week or so and kind of see where he's at. But, just today we got to kind of go with it.
What's your message to the team as they start the second half?
Yeah, we had a good talk, today. I'm not going to tell you the message, but it was multiple things, just kind of a lot of the things kind of surrounding us, the challenges that kind of lay ahead, and also the opportunities that lay ahead. So it was good. I'm really pleased with it, and, I hope it went well for them.
Kyle Gibson just announced his retirement. We've heard so many of these guys talk about the impact that he still continues to make on them. What was it like for you to watch him as a coach?
Yeah, leadership's one of those things that I don't think we talk about enough, and in the world, let alone Major League Baseball, but Gibby's one of the great leaders in this game. He was so incredible, just behind the scenes. And, a lot of times we think leaders are the loudest people and the most, upfront people. People that we see the most. That's not the case. That's rarely the case. It's usually kind of people behind the scenes a little bit that are some of your best leaders. And Gibby's one of those guys. I mean, the things that he did for our young players, the things that he did for our team, what he does in the community, people don't realize when Gibby would go on the road, he would do community service everywhere he went. A lot of people don't understand that about the guy, but and that's a form of leadership. But also, there's so many other things that he did. But the game was lucky to have him, and I don't know where he's going to end up. I got a feeling he's going to be on a youth baseball field talking before he left, but he's going to be on a youth baseball field leading a bunch of young players out there. But, I got a feeling one form or another he'll get back into this game somehow.
I don't want to beat a dead horse with Grayson. I know you're still evaluating, but being shut down for the second, third time this year, is it possible that he could be shut down for the rest of the year and that he doesn't pitch at all this year?
I don't know the medicals. I'm not a doctor. So, I think in a week or so, once we kind of go through the right channels, I think we'll have a better idea, but that's not for me to speculate on.
How did you spend your spring break? Spring break.
My kids. Throwing batting practice with my kids, 110-degree Nashville weather, swimming, basketball, arguing with them, chasing around. Yesterday I flew into Tampa here, and it was the first time I relaxed in probably about 2 weeks. So it was a nice break yesterday. I love them dearly, and ready to get back to some Major League Baseball.